Hey, so here's a date with Mr. Compressed. So he definitely took a month or two to plan this date, but he won't tell you what you're doing until Kurogiri portals you to an abandoned theater. Mr. Compressed is in the front row and tells you to have a seat because the show's about to start. And what do you know? It's a very bare bones production of A Streetcar Named Desire. Shiggy's playing Blanche, Dobby's playing Stanley, and it's kind of rough, but it's just delightful. After the show, he asks if you liked his directorial debut. Yes, you absolutely adored it. And he's just overjoyed that such a beautiful creature understands his artistic vision. And the rest of the league scrams so you can have some time alone with him. And Kurogiri brings out some food for you two, and you eat on the stage. Just the two of you in this spooky abandoned theater. You don't want the night to end, but when the time comes for Kurogiri to portal you back, he says, "Until we meet again, my flower." Here's what I think a relationship with an adult Ijiro Kirishima would be like. Again, in TikTok years, I'm basically a fossil, so in these scenarios, so is Kirishima. If you're gonna tell me for 1 second that this man doesn't worship the very ground you walk on, then get out of my face. He will tell you every single day how beautiful you are to him. If you ever say anything negative about yourself, he will shut that down immediately. When he's away, he always sends you good night and good morning texts. Once a week, you have self-care days where you do face masks, deep condition your hair, do yoga together, the works. Because, as he would say, self-care is manly as hell. When your feet are tired, he picks you up and carries you around. It doesn't matter where you are. You'll be at some fancy gala saying your feet hurt, and he'll just pick you up and carry you around for the rest of the night. Fat Gum's gonna officiate your wedding. So here's a first date with Ojiro. It's probably because he wears a gi, but I feel like he'd take you to an MMA match. Before that, though, you'd get ramen and have some lively conversation. As we all know, he's just the sweetest, and he will hang on every word you speak. Once you're actually at the match, he gets really into it. He's very polite normally, but when you two watch this match, he's yelling things like, "Who the hell taught you how to punch?" Like, this is a side of him you've never seen, but you kind of love it. And his energy is really infectious, so you get really into it too, even if this is the first time you've ever watched an MMA match. And afterwards you hang out at the park, where he teaches you a few moves. When he takes you home, he gives you a nice little goodnight kiss on the forehead. He's a nice boy. Because you're his first genuine romantic partner, and he's very scared of losing you, and also because of his, other trauma, he gets super jealous if anyone even looks at you wrong. Because of that, he stays very close to you in public. You can tell he's getting jealous because his feathers will puff out. He'll be trying to stay cool, but his feathers don't lie. The more blatant people are with hitting on you, the more likely he's going to square up with them. If anyone touches you, though, God help them. But sometimes you gotta be like, hey, baby, it's fine. It's fine. Here's what I think a relationship with Keigo Takami would be like. When you're cuddling, his favorite positions are on top of you, using you as a body pillow, hugging you face to face, and big spoon. He doesn't really know how to be in a long-term relationship because he's never really been in a real relationship, as in one that wasn't a hookup or a relationship that his PR team arranged. The Casanova narrative was very good for his brand, so once you two made your relationship public, which was pretty far down the line, his PR team was scrambling. Of course you keep one of his feathers on you, and of course you mess with it when he's away. And sometimes when you're at home together, he'll just randomly tickle you with his feathers. You'll be washing the dishes or something, and then you just feel a feather tickling you. And he knows exactly where all your tickle spots are. And then a tickle fight ensues, and it ends with cuddles and kisses. I wish that Birdman was real. Here's what I think a relationship with an adult Katsuki Bakugo would be like. Notice I said adult, don't be weird. He doesn't really like that many people, so if he likes you enough to be in a relationship with you, he will spoil you rotten. Somewhere along the line, a Lamborghini is in your future. Once you two go public with your relationship, he loves showing you off. I guarantee there will be at least one picture where he's doing the Will Smith thing. That. Or you're doing that to him. But if anyone hits on you, he gets super protective of you. Sometimes it's a problem, sometimes it's not. I kind of like it when he puts a creep in their place. 2 words. Spank wars. He'll just be, doing his thing at home. You just go up behind him, smack him on those cakes of his, and then you run. And he chases you around the apartment and he will catch you. My legal team gave me the go-ahead on this, so here are some more Bakugo relationship headcanons. And remember, I'm an ancient relic, so in these scenarios, so is Bakugo. He's a top hero at this point, and his dad works in the fashion industry, so you two are going to have front row seats at Tokyo Fashion Week. So no one would expect it by looking at him, but in private, he is the clingiest person alive. He's almost always cuddling you, hugging you from behind. You're in his lap, he's in your lap. When you meet his parents, he is a nervous wreck because, his mother can be kind of a lot. He's a little bit worried that she's not going to like you. His mom says that she likes you more than him, and you can't tell if she's joking or not. You're one of the few people who can actually calm him down, and vice versa.